precious heart. Thank you for joining us for our weekly vlog. In step 1 of our planetary reboot preparation, the Company of Heaven reminded us of who we are and why we are on Earth during this auspicious moment. We were told that no one is here by chance and that every person was specifically chosen to be here because of his or her potential of succeeding in their individual facet of the unprecedented experiment taking place on Earth. Once permission was given for us to embody on Earth, every person's I Am presence was shown what our individual divine mission will be in this holy endeavor. Our missions are as diverse as humanity, and they consist of the full gamut of earthly experiences. The first part of humanity's divine plan involves those who will be working with the Company of Heaven in myriad ways to assist in Earth's ascension process and to co-create the patterns of perfection for the fifth dimensional new Earth. These sons and daughters of God will also be called to hold the sacred space for the awakening of our sisters and brothers whose mission is far more perilous. The second part of humanity's divine mission involves the sons and daughters of God who have the most difficult challenge. They are people who volunteered to reach into the gross mutations and destructive patterns of pain and suffering, which they created previously through the fragmented and fear-based consciousness of their fallen human egos. Their mission will be accomplished by each of them acting out of those abhorrent patterns and bringing them to the surface to be exposed and transmuted back into light. This is the time referred to in the Bible when all that is hidden must now be revealed. Because of the chaos and fear this essential purging is destined to create, this difficult time is referred to in the Bible as the time of screaming and the gnashing of teeth. The tightrope the people are walking who were chosen for this part of humanity's divine mission is the challenge of delving into the quagmire of their own miscreations without becoming enmeshed in them and perpetuating their own descent into the horror and pain and suffering they previously inflicted on themselves and others. Many of these people are successfully accomplishing this facet of their mission. They are then awakening and lifting into the light unscathed. Unfortunately, others are becoming enamored with the trappings of greed and power once again. This is preventing them from wanting to change their destructive behavior patterns, which is blocking their willingness to let go and to transmute their gross mutations back into light. The Company of Heaven is stating clearly that both parts of humanity's divine mission are essential to the success of this experiment and Earth's ascension into the fifth dimension. One person's mission is no more important than another's. Remember, in most instances, we have all had hundreds of lifetimes since we were first breathed forth from the core of creation. So we have probably all been everything and done everything. At this critical time, as we observe the mind-boggling negativity that is surfacing in the outer world and the adversity from these negative behavior patterns that is affecting every facet of life on Earth, the Company of Heaven wants us to remember that you and I and the rest of awakening humanity have the ability to intervene in powerful and life-transforming ways. Judgment and a holier-than-thou attitude are totally inappropriate. We have no idea what another person's mission is and whether or not they are succeeding. Instead of feeling superior to any of our brothers and sisters, we should feel incredible gratitude for the sacrifices they are making on humanity's and Mother Earth's behalf. Don't forget, there, but for the grace of God, go I. Instead of criticizing and forming negative opinions about other people, which only adds to the problem, we can easily become part of the solution by daily invoking the infinite power of the violet flame on their behalf. Due to the miracles that were accomplished during Earth's ascension through the Lion's Gate on August 8, 2020, every single person's I Am presence has fully integrated into his or her earthly bodies. This aspect of our own divinity now has the ability to communicate much more obviously and directly with our conscious mind. This means that when our I Am presence invokes the I Am presence of our sisters and brothers in the family of humanity who are embodied on earth, our invocations are being heard more clearly, and the other person's I Am presence is able to utilize the light we are invoking to guide them intuitively in much more tangible ways. The Company of Heaven wants to remind us that the reason the massive amount of energy humanity has misqualified over eons of time is being allowed to surface at such an accelerated pace during this extraordinary purging process is because millions of people on Earth know about the awesome power of the violet flame and its ability to instantly transmute negativity back into light. If awakening humanity will daily invoke the violet flame through the I Am presence of every person on Earth, the Company of Heaven has been granted permission to amplify our efforts 1,000-fold every day. The violet flame is infinitely more powerful than humanity's gross miscreations. So through our invocations, we have the ability to transmute unfathomable amounts of this surfacing negativity back into light in what will be perceived as the twinkling of an eye. If you have the heart call to assist humanity and Mother Earth in this profound way, please join lightworkers around the world with your daily invocations. Your I Am presence will guide you intuitively to invoke the violet flame in the way that resonates within your own heart. Today I will share with you an example of my daily invocation, just to demonstrate how very easy it is to become a dynamic force of the violet flame every single day. First, whenever you begin, take a moment to go within and center yourself. Then take a few deep, conscious breaths before starting your invocation. I am my I Am presence, and I am one with the I Am presence of every person on Earth. Together, we invoke the violet flame with the power and might of 1,000 suns to transmute back into light every thought, feeling, word, action, memory, and belief humanity has ever misqualified in any time frame or dimension, both known and unknown. After your invocation, feel the power of that magnificent violet fire flowing from your heart flame into the heart flame of every person's I Am presence. Know that this influx of the violet flame is being amplified by the company of heaven, moment by moment, with every breath you take throughout the day. Then, when you wake up the next morning, say your invocation again, and you will create another powerful wave of the violet flame that will be added to the tremendous influx of the violet flame that has been bathing the earth since your invocation the day before. Dear one, the company of heaven said that it is difficult for humanity to fathom how powerful the violet flame is. But they want us to know that our daily invocations will assist humanity and Mother Earth in immeasurable ways as we prepare for our planetary reboot. God bless you, and I look forward to being with you next week.